vision, what we call vision. In other words, making the right play and assessing the field before the ball gets to us. This is a perfect example. So look at Palmer, look at Paul, look at, I think it's David Childs, and whoever that is there. Where is everyone looking? Everyone is looking sideways at the ruck. What aren't they looking at? What's ahead of them. So they have no idea what the heck they're going to do once they get the ball. Everyone's just staring at Brady. All right, we need to take a look up field, figure out what we're going to do well before the ball gets to us. Watch what happens. Again, look at everyone. Everybody is looking at the ruck. No one is looking at the defense. How can you possibly know what you're going to do if you're not looking at the defense? Again, still, everyone is looking sideways. No one has looked upfield in the entirety of this clip so far. Still, everyone is still looking sideways. And what happens? Okay, so it works out luckily. Frank managed to scoop the ball up and we save it, but that was luck. So, many things are broken down here. Starting with vision, that's the most important thing. We'll get to that in a second. Look at Paul. Paul, what are your hands doing? Are your hands out early, reaching for the ball, so that when the pass comes to you, you have the greatest likelihood of making the catch? No, and look what happens. All right, we go over this stuff at practice for a reason. We want your hands out, reaching for the ball early to maximize your likelihood of making the catch. And this is a perfect example of why. Now, let's take a look at the defense. We have 1, 2, 3 players here. Watch out here as the play progresses. Look who comes up. Tony, Gabe, and don't forget there's going to be at least, we can't see him, there's at least one wing out here. So we have 1, 2, at least a third player out here. Now let's roll back. Look at the defense. Look at this gargantuan gap here. And look at this defender come up. Who's outside him? That's their wing. Who's outside him here? For goodness sake, nobody. All right, so look, roll the tape back to here. If you all, Tony, you should be screaming murder. I need the ball, hands, ball, skip, something to get the ball to you so that you can attack that wing here. You make the pass to Gabe in the wing. We have a 3-on-1. All right, this just comes from failure to look upfield. So we don't tell you guys at practice all day long to look upfield because we like saying it. All right, so this is really a failure to execute a very easy play. Look at all the space we have, guys. All right, if we want to be a top 10 team in the nation, these are things we have to exploit. Okay, look upfield. That's the key. Let's look at 114. All right, so same thing, same basic stuff. All right, so 1, you guys are a little too flat. You need to be a little deeper so you catch the ball at full pace. Look at how Gabe, are you a hero there? Is that how a hero catches the ball? No, right? So you had to slow down, catch it sideways. Okay, so there's a perfect example. You got to hold your depth. Now look again, Tony, where are you looking? Gabe, where are you looking? Everyone still is looking sideways. You guys are not looking upfield, seeing what the defense is giving you. So Palmer makes the correct play. So good job to Palmer. He skips Tony to Gabe. That's the right play. Now Gabe, had you caught the ball, had you been deeper and caught the ball in front of you, you could have run upfield, fixed these 2 defenders, and then you make a simple offload to Diliberto. And what does Diliberto do? Diliberto would score here. You, Gabe, definitely have the skill and the knowledge to make this read and make the play, but you're never going to make the read if you don't look upfield. So that's 2 in a row. 2 overloads in a row that we had and we failed to exploit them. Right there, Gabe. You should attack those defenders, make a little offload to Diliberto. Diliberto should score. All right, so we need vision. We need to read the field. We have a pattern designed to create overloads, but we're not going to be able to exploit them if all we ever do is look sideways at the ball and at the ruck. All right, so let's look at the next one, see if we do it any better. Right here, now Gabe could hit Palmer, but instead he passes it wide. All right, again, I'm not going to be overly critical about this. So Gabe makes the right play, passes it wide to Pat. Pat, are you a hero in this? No, you're kind of slowing down. You guys got to be deeper, hold your line, and burst onto the ball. Pat, are you reaching for the ball? Are your hands out early? No. Now, let's say you wanted, Pat, let's say you wanted to make a quick pass right here. Could you? No, because you're too close to the defender. Now, if your hands were out here reaching, you could make a quick pass to Frank. And where's Frank? Right here, right through this gap. All right, so it's not going to be, I'm not going to be overly critical because we make good meters. So it's not terrible, but it's not what it could be. It could be glorious. It's just good. Guys, we are aiming for glorious. So if Frank is right here and Pat, your hands are out early, and Pat, had you been looking up, again, look, Pat, where are you looking? You're looking sideways. You've got to take a look upfield and see what the defense is giving you. You would see that you've got a very quick 2-on-1. You make the pass to Frank, Frank scores. All right, so we've got to get better at looking at what the defense is giving us. Again, remember, our system is designed to create overloads. You should be finding them. The trick is to exploit them. Let's look at the next one. We've only got a couple more to look at. Vision. So here's Brady. Who's this? Chuck. I think Chuck does a great job. Look at that. Chuck clears it. When we talk about clear a guy out, look at that. Chuck cleared him out, completely took him out of the play. There's no defender there in the A gap. Brady sees that there's no defender in the A gap, and what does he do? He attacks. He attacks the easy space. Look at all these meters. He uses good footwork, makes the defense look silly, and almost scores. So this is an example of good vision. So Brady sees the opportunity because he's looking upfield. He's looking at what the defense is giving him. See his head there? And he makes an excellent play. It's based on vision. So that's a positive example of good vision. All right, two more. Oh, all right. I'm not even going to say anything. I just want you guys to diagnose what the problem is on your own. There's several problems. All right, so let's go back to it. All right, so again, much the same. Everyone is looking sideways. We have to take looks upfield to see what the defense is giving us. So this is a nice unders line by Palmer. See this defender? And see this defender? It holds all these defenders. So that's fine. That's good. Gabe makes a nice, it's like a smoke line pass to Childs. Childs, you catch that ball like a hero? No, you had to slow down because your depth. You were too shallow. But look outside this defender. What do we have out here? Absolutely no one. Okay, so if you guys have been looking upfield, all right, David, you would have seen that you had one edge defender. David, had you attacked the edge defender, this guy right here, had your hands been out early, ready to make the pass, you could have passed that ball to Tony, and Tony would have had a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1. Tony would have scored there. So this is good. All right, don't be mistaken. This is good rugby, but it's not brilliant rugby. It's not glorious, and it could be. It's so close. You guys are so close to being completely unstoppable. All right, so we just got to take a look upfield. Let's look at one or two more. 11:32. I guess this is 11:32. This is it right here. So here we have an example of vision. So what is Gabe seeing here? We've got Tony and Frank on the outside. So what does Gabe know? Gabe knows that the defense is feeling the pressure of an overload. The defense feels 1, 2 guys, 1, 2, 3 guys, and they're all going to be drifting this way. So because Gabe has looked, you can see Gabe has looked upfield. He has seen what the defense is giving, so he's able to read that the defense, see, they're all drifting this way. And what has it allowed Gabe to do? Footwork. He basically shows a dummy. Right here we can't see it because Tony's blocking it. But he shows the dummy right there to Tony, and he's able to slip through the defense. And that's purely a function of vision. It's looking upfield, see what the defense is giving you, basically trying to read the mind of the defense and then making the play. And to finish off the play, look at the great support by Tony and Frank, who continue to trail the play, and we end up scoring there. All right, so that's it. So guys, it's pretty clear. What do we need to do? We need to take a look upfield, see what the defense is giving us, and have better vision. Our vision is poor right now. We need to work on that.